What's up, gang? So I posted this short earlier today, and I just wanted to go over the trade real quick. This is the options chart, so nobody's ever confused. Normally, when you see me post these little shorts, I actually use the options chart, and I use TradingView for my charts. So I have a whole link um and video about how I set up my to trade options with the turbo trader. Somebody asked how I get in and out, quickly the way I do. That's why I'm able to be in like multiple, what's her names, different trades that move kind of quick and be able to click. Like if I click this, it'll change this chart and I can change this one to this one. So I'm able to buy and sell on this one, boom, switch to another one. So it's real quick. So that's one thing that I'm showing. Right. And as you can see, this options chart kind of matches the the actual physical chart when when it's moving and pushing. Um, Can you chart out your options chart? You can find the high and the low of where the options went and see if it wants to return back there. I used to do it, not so much anymore, but with this trade, we opened, we gapped, we had a fair value gap. I think we even had a fair value gap on a higher time frame, if I'm not mistaken. I can actually adjust this and so it'll show the time frames that these fair value gaps was on. Um, And as you can see on basically all of these time frames, the hour, the 15 minute, all of that, we had a fair value gap from that gap down, right? And everybody knows I'm mostly a strat trader, but it's just one of those things I also use in conjunction with the strat sometimes. So we had a two up, and then we ended up with a two down. But I entered on the bottom of this wick because I figured if we broke this level, we was going to continue to push down. We had full time frame continuity to the downside. Um, the daily was in force and obviously everything else. So it basically just all aligned up. I did drop down to the 5 minute chart to manage the trade. But what I did was I entered I entered actually at about 9:31, which was pretty early. So I just took that's kind of why I don't have a lot of contracts either. Um, I had kind of entered just taking a small position to see if we was going to continue to push down or get some type of reversal. Since it was so early in the morning, because I normally like to wait like 15 to 20 minutes, sometime 30, especially when and we have like news dropping red folder, and you can find red folder news on Forex Factory and just go to the calendar and the news, and it'll tell you if it's red folder, orange folder, things like that, right? Red folder is always like big news, you know what I mean? FM, 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 FMOCs, FMC, or whatever the hell it's called, and PPI and CPI, different things like that. So you can go on there and check. Uh, so like I said, I entered the trade here. I added to the position where we popped up. I added to the position, and then we came on down, and I basically took profit somewhere down in here at about 9:46. So somewhere in between here, I took profit. And that's kind of what you see here. Like this recording is from 9:43. Um, and that's because I just started recording. Normally, I record after I get my trade and things like that. Then I'll hit record. I don't just sit there and always record my entries because it's just too much. At the end of the day, I'm here to trade and make money and not lose money. So I had to focus on that. And then once I get in position, I'll start to record. So, um, as you can see, I entered this trade. I'm flipping through different ones, but see, this it starts to go. It comes back down. Video's a little fast. Let me see if I can slow it down. And I had actually no plans on actually just going through this whole thing because it's 17 minutes. But what we can do is we can just sit and watch some of it. Let's do normal playback speed. All right, so now I got two. I'm in position at two, right? Like I said, this is about about nine something. Um, I took the first one. As you can see, I'm in at two, so I took the second one, about nine something. I'm in like $176. One thing about me, like especially when I use my smaller account, because I normally trade a smaller account, and TOS is my bigger account. So with when I'm on Webull, so I don't keep a lot of money in there, but I like to take contracts to where as though and take them to really some higher percentages because there's less risk, right? And sometimes it's just less stressful trading those smaller trading accounts, when you're in those big accounts and you're taking 50, 100 contracts, stuff like that. it can get a little nerve wracking, especially when you're in a position like this. But as you can see, I'm managing this position. Um, 38% down on Oxy, but it still was pushing up. I actually ended up getting back down to like 11% negative. I didn't sell, and I didn't really care about it because it was such a small position. You can see it's like what 60, $70 or something. Great was I had 40 left and I was down 20 something, so like 60, $70. Um, I didn't really mind because I knew if this SPY and this Amazon, which I also go over, pushed up, this wouldn't even have mattered if I lost the whole 50 or 70, right? And as you can see, when we started to push up, um, I haven't sold any yet. Well, I don't know what made me take, I can't remember what made me take the 82s. I can't remember. Um, but it was a reason why I took it at this moment. I just can't remember. But I could have really just hopped in more 580s, but I ended up going with the 82s, which was not too far from a different price than the 80s, maybe like $10 or $20. But I ended up taking both of those. But as you can see, I took two of those, my main focus. And I think I ended up taking three. I think I ended up adding to the position. And you can see, like right there, I'm like 13% and 20%. And I didn't really get nervous. I like the way it was moving. And you can see now we just start to slowly push back up. And I'm watching the charts. And we still adjusting and the volume still coming in and out and stops is getting hit from the morning because it was still early. I mean, it wasn't even 10 o'clock yet. So, you got stops getting hit and, some of the highest volume of the day. So I'm just being patient. And I knew where I was going to cut at. And as you can see now, we just start to push up. Amazon start to fall, right? And I actually go to Amazon, right? And this is also my trade on Amazon. And I give you the times. And then boom, we pushing. So I'm like, okay, we looking good. Amazon's looking good. I think I end up cutting a few, or maybe cutting one. Okay, I'm still in those two contracts on SPY. Check and we pushing. And that's why I really wasn't much worried about Oxy because I thought Oxy was gonna push with it down 22%. It's $14. I'm already up what 120 on just the SPYs right there, right? Oh, so let me get this Amazon time that I entered Amazon for y'all before we continue. And we just getting that hard push down out of SPY. And I actually brought the Amazon at 937, right? So somewhere in here, probably probably waited till we broke this level here. I'm pretty sure. Let me go to the 1 minute chart. Let's see what we was at. I mean, we pushing hard. Look, I'm up daily $200. I only realized 83 at the time. Boom, I got one contract left. And we just continue to push. I got 70% out of Amazon. Uh, yeah, we way back here. I'm trying to find a chart. There we go. All right, so it says 930. Same thing. Boom, broke, pushed up, and we continued on down. And I actually didn't sell Amazon. I didn't sell Amazon until 950. So basically, right here, when we got a little push up, and look, if I had held it and we would have continued down. So, like I said, I used a little bit of the strat and the strat for entries and you know, ICT's fair value gas for staying in the trade, right? And it's just something I do having multiple strategies. That just keeps me in trades and just knowing what I'm looking at, knowing what I'm seeing, right? Volume was going to the downside, very bearish. Time frame continuity was to the downside early in the morning. I mean, the market just looked at weak overall, and I took advantage of it, right? As you can see, I realized 120, wasn't even worried about this. I mean, this I forgot what this ended up going to. Look, look how much did I end up losing on this? Yeah, so I wasn't even paying attention to it anymore. I'm still in that spy. Um, I think I end up making like a couple $100 this day, right? Even at the end of this, I didn't ever care. I think I lost what? I wound up cutting here, lost $32, right? I end up cutting maybe like 32 or $40 or something like that on this trade, but I end up cutting. Oh, really didn't matter. I think, matter of fact, I do know I did like 400 and something dollars on that quick trade and was done for the day. So it was about 15 minutes, $400 on a small account. Um, I'm up pretty good. I'm up pretty good on the actual on this actual account um in the last 5 days. Let me see if I can actually switch this camera to be able to. Let me see if it'll actually allow me. I'm gonna try something here. See if I can show y'all. Let me see if I can get phone mirroring to real quick, and then I'll show y'all. Then I'll move back onto the screen. Cool. Show. All right. Boom. And that is what I'm up on a month, right? In the last 5 days, 93%. So I've 100% of the account. And then I'll show you year to date. And then year to date, I'm up. I just want to get out of my way. And year to date, I am up 400 and something percent, right? A little rocky ride, but we got there. So, I ain't afraid to show what I got going on. But yeah, that was just a quick video I wanted to make about it. The little bit of the strategy I used. I didn't go full in depth, but it just all makes sense. It just recognizing the market, like I keep saying, watch the market every day, and you'll start to see patterns and things do the same thing over and over again, and you'll recognize it and just back test, draw your lines out, and see if you're right. Paper trade, whatever you got to do. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Please keep liking. Please support. Um, please comment, ask any questions, and yeah. So that was just a little quick video. I'm in here on a Saturday, ready to run through some charts and see what I find for the week. Uh, like I said, you got any questions, you can get in contact with me through my link tree and my about section and all of that. And I got a free strat cheat sheet uh on my Gumroad or my course, so you can go and download that. And we accept tips on there too. So I sure appreciate it.